You're somewhere. Okay.
Oh my God.
You ready? Can I let go? You won't drop them? Okay, there you go. Excellent. Well, what do you think? Look at that. That's your typical freshman game, right? I don't understand why my sweatpants are so tight. It's the iron in the school. Well, you are holding a very, very special toad indeed, Carolyn. And of course, anyone here who's ever captured a toad when you're growing up? And what's a toad? The first thing a toad does when you capture it? It pees. And you know when he goes? It'll take your teeth out. So just save it that way. And if you sense something coming out like a fire hose, just squeeze tight. Well, clearly she is holding no ordinary Bufo americanus, the American toad. She's holding a very special species of toad. It happens to be the largest toad on the planet. In fact, this is one of the largest toads in captivity. He's easily, 16 plus inches in length from the tip of his nose to the tip of his toes. He's from South America. But as with any amphibian, it has some unique characteristics to it. For example, Carolyn, when this animal began its life, what was it? A tadpole, and then he went through an amazing change called it's like amphibian puberty. Metamorphosis. I know, it was right at the tip of your tongue. And went through this incredible change where it absorbed the tail, it grew limbs, it absorbed the gills, it grew lungs, and it was prepared for life on land. And that is something amphibians did so miraculously almost 400 million years ago when they launched and crawled and squirmed their way out of the watery world and into the terrestrial one. They needed some equipment. But amphibians, for the most part, are bound to the water. Why are they bound to the water, Carol? They need it not just to drink, but they need it for reproduction, right? Oftentimes, amphibians will have eggs, jelly mass-like eggs that need to be in water. And of course, their babies, their tadpoles, are almost fish-like. Now, whether you're an amphibian or a reptile or a bird or a mammal, every creature needs an ability to defend itself. So we're going to learn about that. So the first thing you could notice is he actually gets quite bloated. And this is a great defense if something was trying to swallow you, because if you were a snake trying to swallow this toad, it's literally doubling in size, becoming a choke-worthy obstacle for your throat. Well, let's say that doesn't work. He's got another defense. If you can you take your jacket off?
Oh, no.
And I just want to see one of your hands. Are you a lefty or right? Okay, then we'll use this. You're ready? Okay, we'll use your left hand. So I just want you to relax your hand. And I want you to describe the sensation you're about to feel, okay? And you don't have to, you guys don't have to worry because I am so well insured if something goes wrong. I have another check. Okay, ready? So just relax and describe the sensation. You ready? How painful is that? Be honest, it feels kind of good, doesn't it? Yeah. A little deep-toed shiatsu there. Work out all that metacarpal stuff. Texting all day, right? Well, seriously though, why are you not feeling pain? He's got the patch, but zoom in if you can, as close as you can. What do you not notice that you see? If you look at my fingernail there, what does he not have? No fingernails. Yeah, no claws. Amphibians don't have claws, so they can't scratch. So he can't talon his way to safety. If he would, sort of swallow your hand, it wouldn't hurt because he can't bite you in a way that could hurt you because he doesn't have true teeth, right? So you can hold him, right? You can hold him with confidence, right? Well, that's what's amazing, is even though this toad, watch what he's about to do, watch it right now. I'm legit. Or am I? Even this toad can't poison her through bangs. It can't bite her. It can't scratch her. It could kill Carolyn in about 5 minutes. And what would she have to do to be killed by it? Eat it, exactly. And if you can zoom in right here, ooh. That was sort of one of those things in the movie where someone's about to faint. Oh, I just feel so. You can see that large mass of flesh. That's called the parotid gland. And a parotid gland is just like you. You have skin glands. We call them sebaceous glands. And basically, that's been modified not to dribble out sweat, but to dribble out toxins, what we call bufotoxin. And if Carolyn was the predator, and she grabbed on, she took a bite of this toad, that bufotoxin would get into her, eventually to her nervous system, and probably cause her lungs to collapse. She would suffer from respiratory paralysis. And if she did, she would likely perish. But she could survive. And if you did survive, would you ever eat another toad again? No, and that's why he's poisonous. Give Carolyn a hand for being so helpful. Carolyn.